listening to the Green Skull Podcast,
a podcast for Fife fans, music artists, and creatives alike. Hey, what's up, guys? Before we start the show, just wanted to give a huge shout out to our sponsors, Natural Selection, a brand that's not just about clothing, but a lifestyle. I'm thrilled to introduce the trendsetters of Coachella Valley streetwear, Natural Selection. Natural Selection is all about quality and uniqueness. Their designs are a fusion of street culture and the vibrant energy of the Coachella Valley. Alright, what's good? It's the Green Skull Podcast. I'm your host, MCKG, aka DJ Green Skull. Today we got the homie Nolan LowLife.
Bow.
What's good, bro?
What's up, bro? How are you?
Good, man. I'm good.
Good.
Good, man. So I want to jump into just like we'll start from the beginning a little bit. We'll get a little bit of your story.
Cool.
So I want to know, like, when you first started making music, at what age, and like when did you start recording yourself?
Yeah. I wrote my first rap over the Bow Down instrumental
Fire.
when I was in 4th grade, bro.
Damn.
So, and I was born in 86, so the math on that is a long time ago. 86. I was probably 8 or 9 years old. And I'll be 38 this year. Nice. And like, I love hip hop music, bro. Like, so the way it went is all my homies, like, first, like, I grew up in Desert Hot Springs, moved out here from Louisiana. My dad was a military guy, so we came here. My dad was gone because he was in the military. My mom was working, so I was just like left alone in the hood, bro. And so I was raised by like babysitters and shit, and they were all little girls running around the complex, and all their boyfriends are gangsters. So they would take me everywhere, and I would listen to like Too Short and like original G-Funk, and like I just wanted to be cool, bro. I just wanted to be so cool. I was like, be rapping. And then as I got a little bit older, just like stayed hip hop forward. Used to catch so much shit for, you know, people use the W word a lot because I always dressed hip hop, and like all my homies were breakdancers and shit, graffiti artists, but I'm too fat to breakdance. Wasn't any good at graffiti. Couldn't afford turntables. So the only thing to do for free was rap. I was like, I'm just gonna be the rapper, bro.
Damn.
I was like, so that was my origin. I was just like, I'm just gonna rap, and like, you know, it was always the thing that I could do better than people. I didn't hit home runs, I didn't score fucking touchdowns, but I can rap my ass off. And so like that was my identity. But this is the time of like, I started high school in 2000, so this is before 8 Mile, and I was wearing FUBU jerseys, getting beat the fuck up for wearing Echo and like FUBU, bro.
Damn.
And they were all hand-me-downs because we were not very well off. But I'd really wear FUBU jerseys with an 8-ball on my chain, and you know, people were like, "Oh, he thinks he's black." I was like, "No, I know I'm very white, but I'm definitely hip hop." And I just caught hell for that so long, and it was a joke until it wasn't, bro.
Damn.
You know, and then. Freshman year, I was 14 years old. I was in theater because I was in football first, but I sucked. It's like, I don't like being hurt and dirty. Like, I want to be fly. I want to be flash. I want to show off. So I joined theater. And then I was in this production, and the vocal coach took vocal projection classes, learned how to sing and be on stage, and about blocking and audience and stage technical things. And I was backstage freestyling, like just to some beats on computer speakers and shit. I was just rapping. And the vocal coach is A.B. Perkins, who now runs AMP. It's the Coachella Valley Academy of Musical Performances for the kids all around the valley.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He was my first producer at 14, bro. So I'm the original AMP kid once you break it down.
Damn.
And he's like, yo, do you do anything? And I was like, what do you mean I'm poor, bro? I would love to. And then I remember I like helped some old people move, and they gave me like $100. And to a 14-year-old kid, that's $1,000, you know? And I was like, all right, well, I can buy like a quarter, because that's what it was hitting for back in the day. I wanted to buy some weed, and I wanted to make some rap. So I took the bus, dog, all the way up to the La Quinta Cove, just with an address on my pocket, no smartphone, nothing, dog. Thugged it out and ended up on this dude's doorstep. Like, it's like, hey, I'm here to make that rap you were talking about. And he's like, okay. And I was like, yeah, so let's get to it. He's like, do you have like a beat or anything? I was like, nah, I don't know how it works. So he made me a beat from scratch, and it was okay for the time being. And then it took forever, I remember, bro, because I was so naive. I don't know that it takes a long time to make a dope beat.
Yeah.
So homeboy just whips it up from scratch, and I had this song that I knew I wanted to do, and so he just kind of tailored it to the song I was already rapping. And I was like the first motherfucker at my school to really show up with like just a CD player of my own song that I would like pass around at lunchtime and be like, yo, listen to my song. And people were like, oh shit, you know, it wasn't, you know, it was before fucking YouTube and even Facebook, bro. Like, this is 01.
Sheesh.
And I was just like, yo. And then that kind of stamped it, that like, oh, this fool raps, he has like tracks and shit. And that's like the origin, bro.
Hell yeah.
It's my supervillain origin story.
Damn. So at that time, what was did you have the same rap name, or did you have a first rap name?
So my graffiti name at first when I was trying was MC Nolan.
Okay.
Right?
Nice.
And I shout to MCKG in the back here, but like I wanted to like keep like the raw underground like MC.
Yeah.
And then it just didn't age that well. And then, but Nolan's my middle name.
Oh,
so,
okay.
like, my first name is Kyle, which is very Caucasian, and just doesn't have the same ring to it. You feel me?
Jeez. Dang, okay, so you went by MC
Nolan was my first rap name.
That's sick, bro. So wait, so when you started burning CDs, was that like freshman year off rip, or was that like a little later in high school?
Yeah, a little later. Like, my friend's mom had a laptop that was capable of doing like the
like the burning?
Yeah, I forgot what they were called even. But you have like the jewel cases that you can go buy like the 10-pack at Walmart, and really like using like a copier photo printer, cutting them out with like some Elmer's glue and shit, putting it in the cases. And like that was a whole nother level. Like,
yeah, I know what you mean.
That was a whole nother level. And my car is a little bit older, but like the new cars don't even have CD players.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? So it's funny when people start talking about, oh, like, can I buy your music? I'm like, I guess, like, that you can.
Right
I'll
here.
work it out, but it's a more of an inconvenience now. You can't give something for them to take home anymore.
Yeah. Dang. Okay. So at the time of you making music, you're burning CDs. At what point did you, or were you able to go digital?
Oh no, that was a while.
It took a while.
That was a while. That was like, soon as I graduated, my homies and I, shout out to DJ Lumps, he goes by Nice Kicks. That was my brother, bro, and he still is. But then he's like, all right, let's fuck our credit up and go buy a bunch of shit from Best Buy and like make it happen. And so like we bought a desktop and a microphone, some kind of microphone, even like Radio Shack, some bullshit, right? And you guys probably don't even know what Radio Shack is.
I do remember Radio Shack. I don't think there's anymore though, right?
No,
yeah, I don't think it exists anymore.
No. Amazon killed everything.
Jeez.
I legit, dog, went to the fucking dollar store, and there was like a fish fryer, bro, and it was just like this wire, and had a little handle on it, and I guess you like put fish in it to like fry it, and we put a pantyhose over that motherfucker, and that was my pop stopper. Just like duct taping it to some shit that we had.
Hell yeah. Real
with
DIY
a
shit
broken right guitar stand. We're like, yo, this is my mic stand. We just have it hanging down. And I remember like that was like right when MySpace was like popping.
Fuck, okay.
So we made a group. It was myself, Lumps, and my homie Chad. He went by Death Wish. We made 2 mixtapes, and they were each like 20 songs a piece. And like that got me traction. Like in the desert, we were really out there thugging with those. We'd make like 100+ CDs. Go to Kinko's at like 2 o'clock in the morning. There's like 24-hour Kinko's and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we're out there like doing the cut your own. And then
Yep.
the dude was kind of cool. I remember like he's watching us struggle, making them perfect. And he's like, yo, $4 a side, I'll laser cut these for you. And they'll fit perfectly into the jewel cases. We're like, oh, you're the man, bro. No way.
Yeah.
Because then we would like send him the copy, and we made like 100 black and white copies right there, and homeboy lasered them for us. We're like, hell yeah. So we worked at restaurants, and like now we had like a backpack full of CDs that took like $1 each to make. We sell them for $5. You know, so we're out there slanging. I remember we threw a house party. And you got like a free CD upon entry, and like the SWAT team came, and it was insane. We didn't have much in our living room, and it had like tile floors, so we just moved all the furniture into the garage, and you walked into an empty house with just like a DJ setup and a refrigerator, and like
Sick.
it was wild. So like we would do like, all right, $5 to come in. There's beers, there's girls. And then, at the time I was slanging tough, after we performed, we get all the acclaim of being dope, right? So everybody wants to hang out our party, but I'll be in the back room just flagging off packs, bro. We'd be slaying, go through like a half P in a day, and these people paid to come to our party, and they're walking away with our music. And just to the value of, and he's like, I saw these dudes perform. I have their CD. I bought weed from him. He's really out there trapping and shit. And like,
Damn,
like
bro.
it was fun. That was so much fun. So that group was called 1459. It was a play on 15 minutes of fame that your time's never gonna turn, right? Forever famous. Okay. 1459, like the time stopped. And unbeknownst to us, we didn't Google it or anything, that there was a Sugar Ray album with the same name. And we're like, what? It's like, oh, 1459, like Sugar Ray. We're like, no, not like Sugar. What do you mean? Like that's the name of their album. We're like, oh, fuck.
Damn.
It's
all good.
Yeah. It's very
Damn,
funny.
dude. I like the DIY stories.
Hell yeah.
Because like I mean, I feel like for my come up, it was a little easier as far as like, you know, we did make CDs, but we didn't it didn't do well. at all.
Yeah.
Like, we saw kids throw that away. They're like, why am I going to carry a CD? You know, and it's
Right.
like, well, why did you grab it then? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But man, that's cool. So I guess coming up with your homies, right?
Yeah.
I'll go back to when I think the first time I've seen you, but I seen you in like I think it was a rap battle.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was Buffalo Wild Wings.
Hell yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
What year was that?
14.
14. Damn.
So 10 years ago.
I was in high school.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I was in high school.
That's crazy.
I was a junior.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I pulled up. I think it was Lieutenant. I seen you.
That's my brother.
I seen. I feel like I seen the Expression.
I battled Expression.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember who was battling who, but I do remember there was a lot of people there.
Bro, there was
I remember
a
there was
lot of people there.
And I was just like in the back. Like,
If I put a number on it, there had to be at least like 400 people there. There was a gang of people there.
Yeah. So when did you start rap battling?
Always at lunch, like in high school.
Yeah.
And then what was dope is I was before the curve, and like then 8 Mile came out. So then everybody thought they were a rap battler.
Everyone jumped on the wave.
They're like, oh yeah, so there was just a whole wave of these kids to fucking slay. Because now they're new. And I remember that's what kind of validated it for my dad. My dad always gave me hell, like, he's a rocker, like, bro, next payday we'll buy the rest of those pants, and, you know, pull your pants up. And then the at lunchtime, 92.7 came to La Quinta High School, and I battled this dude. Like, they had like turntables and a microphone and shit, and I battled this dude, and I super won, like to a point where he like froze and like threw the mic and got all upset. And I got into the car, and I had like a whole bunch of swag. Like, I had like a shirt over my shoulder, like some glasses and some CDs and shit.
Yeah.
And I got to the car and just like, where'd you get all this? I was like, I won it in a rap battle. He's like, huh, so you're pretty good then. I'm like, yeah, for sure. But then I started doing like structured battles at like the spring and summer 16, which used to be right here in Thousand Palms. There's a dude named KB, Karmic Basis.
I feel like I've heard of KB.
He lives in Oceanside now, but he's an OG desert guy. They had these things, and I ended up, funny enough, battling Lieutenant and Expression for the first time, and it sucked because that was my homie. Like, we'll get into Death Merchants later, but like, Lieutenant's one of my best friends in the whole world. I talk to him like every day. We were in the same group at that time, and it wasn't head to head and shit. It was like brackets. So you go up and you just rap, and then people voted if you get on to the next round.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't like face to face then.
Until the end.
Oh, okay, to the end.
Yeah. So like there's Razkaz from the Alcoholics. Killa Priest came from Wu-Tang and shit. They had like guest judges.
Oh shit.
And I did well every time. Lieutenant won the year before, and then the next season he did the summer. So come spring, I entered the competition, and he was like, you know, maintaining his crown or whatever. And it fucking sucked, dude. Like, I tailor-made one line, and I just came up with it on the fly, and I popped at my brother, bro, and I shouldn't have. It was wrong. And then, like, he got upset. He ended up winning, for sure, because he's dope. But then, when it all said and done, like, what I said was too fucked up. And, like, I probably would have won even. It was just really classless, like, what I said. And, like, even though that's my fucking boy, like, he was upset, bro. And it ended up bad for a little while. We had to have, like, a sit down later with mutual friends to really hash it out. Because, like, it was gnarly. And then Expression was, like, the runner-up or whatever. So he got to go again, too. and then and went head to head with Expression at that Buffalo Wild Wings thing, which was dope. But I mean, battle rapping is so consuming, bro. Like, imagine you want to do as many takes as you want when you're recording a song, but battling, you have to be one take, Jake. You only get one fucking shot to do it.
Yep.
And 3 5-minute rounds is 15 minutes worth of material, which is insane. Like, you have to be perfect for 15 minutes with no beat to lay on, just a cappella. You have to be that captivating, dude. Lieutenant tells a story that he went to the grocery store going over his bars, and when he got home he didn't buy anything he went for, because you're just in your head like for like weeks. It's so consuming. You can't write any music because you can't deviate from those bars that you have floating in your head, and once you finally get them out, it's such a stress relief, because you're like, you just obsess over it and over it and over it until it happens, and shit's crazy.
I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never went like battle rapping at that level, because that seems like pretty high level.
Yeah.
But I was rap battling in high school and college. In high school, I would go from skate park to skate park, because I went to La Quinta High School.
Me too.
So I would take over, like, we would battle in the lunchroom or like the outside area.
Yeah.
And then we would go from La Quinta Skate Park to Indio to Coachella to Mecca to Palm Springs.
Damn.
Like, we were really like battling.
Just to call people out? Or
yeah,
like,
we'll just pull up and be like,
yo, who raps?
You know, who raps? Yeah, and then like we'll schedule it, who's coming. We'll do it the next weekend. It was pretty sick. And it did get bad, like, eventually.
Right.
Eventually.
People get territorial, or you say something too
You say
good.
something wrong, yeah. What they think is wrong, but it was a bar, though.
I'm doing my job.
Yeah. It's like, we agreed to this. It's crazy. But
yeah.
I get what you mean.
Dude, shit got bad, really bad for me. I'll speak on this, whatever.
You don't have to. You don't want
remember
to.
Kilo's Cantina? Were you around for that era?
Kilo.
It was in Thousand Palms.
I don't think so. It sounds familiar, but I can't remember what it was like.
It was a cool little spot. They had they had a battle there, and there was Crooked Eye moderated it.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
So I was battling this dude named Digits, who's now a roast battler at the Comedy Store. My homie Chad just did a roast battle against him and won. Love you, dog. But this fool was like clearly on drugs, and he was like, follow me around the club. He had a snake around his arm, and he was like, follow me around the club, like flipping me off on live and shit. And he was freestyling. He probably wrote like half a round, and it was supposed to be 3 rounds. So he was clearly freestyling as he went along. And I had this one line, and it was about Cadillac Ron, who's like a famous battle rapper who passed away. And I was like his big homie. And I said that line. I was using it as like a haymaker. I wasn't gonna say it, but he was kind of being a dick, so I said it. And fucking Lush won. You know, Lush is on No Jumper and all that. Yeah. King of the Dot, you know what I mean? He's a big timer in the rap community. Digits went back home to LA and told Lush One that I disrespected their dead homie. And then he went on live like calling for my head, bro. Like he was gonna send junkies to kill me and shit. And I was like, bro, why? Like, alright. I was like, I get it. And then so I hopped on live with him, and I just let him say his piece, bro. And he was hurt, dog, you know. And he's like an OG in the battle community, so like I didn't want to make nothing of it. I haven't seen him. We're running some of the same circles, and like I'll apologize to him, you know, once we come face to face. But I heard he's sober now. I'm sober now. So hopefully we can have a good conversation. But yeah, dude, battle rap gets so heated sometimes.
Oh yeah, it does. There's been plenty of fights at the skate park. Like I remember one battle from Palm Springs. The dude got so mad that he showed up at our lunch in our high school.
Wow.
I don't even remember how he got in, but he got in.
Yeah.
And then there was a big ass fight.
No way.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That is crazy.
Battle rap, I do feel like it's good for the culture. It's good for like exercise. It's like a muscle you're flexing all the time.
Right.
And like not much people could do that, especially like how you said, on the spot, off the dome, or if you think of bars before. But I respect the whole battle rap community. That shit's tough.
Yeah. No,
Big
and
tough.
there's some people are amazing at it. Like amazing. Same way that it's hard to transition, right? Like people say he's a dope battle rapper, but his songs are okay. If you're all bars all days, it's hard to make meaty content. And I pride myself in my songwriting and my storytelling, and that doesn't really fit for bar battling. And that's why I didn't really step into it. Is I still want my identity to be as a solid songwriter opposed to being just a battle rapper.
Yeah.
But I wish a motherfucker would call me out. I'll smoke somebody.
Damn. So from rap battling and your transition into like songwriting, full songwriting.
Yeah.
At what point did you find yourself like, you know what, I gotta start like releasing not just bars, just kind of like full formatted songs?
For sure. It came with kind of like finding my identity and like what kind of rap music I wanted to make, because like I listened to good music and then I would make my own type of music where I was still trying all these different genres, still within hip hop. I'm gonna make a gangster rap song, or I'm gonna make a super sad breakup song, or I want to make like this like super drug filled like murder or suicide song. And I was like, that's dope, but like what lane am I going for? And when you're in the beginning, you're like, you're still developing. And then I was like, well, where do I want to fit in this puzzle of hip hop? Like, what are my strengths? What can I do better? And I can write good stories. Like, some people can rap their ass off and not say anything. In the beginning, I later ended up I've done 5 shows with Bone Thugs and Harmony. And I love them. They're my fucking Mount Everest. But I wanted to rap like Busy Bone. I wanted to be like rapid fire, just killing it. But people would be like, that was tight, but I have no idea what you said. I was like, bro, I was talking about all this dope shit and nobody understood what I was saying. So I was like, okay, dial it back, make digestible music. And I can make music that I want to make all day, but is it being received well? And like, am I worrying about image, or am I making quality product? And that's where I started really dialing in. And then when I got with the Death Merchants, which is myself, Lieutenant, and the homie Shylight, rest in peace. He just passed away in October.
Oh shit. Rest in peace.
To be in a group, you always have to put your best foot forward and write very cohesive music. It can't be, this fool's talking about bitches, this fool's talking about cars, this fool's talking about who knows what. Your song's all over the place.
Yeah.
And people who just make bangers, you can say, oh bro, what's your song about? They'll be like, about? It's not even anything that crosses their mind,
Yeah.
But I listened to some of your music, and the one that stood out to me heavy, bro, like super heavy. I saw you perform last week, which was dope. You did very well.
Appreciate it.
But that song about your mom, dog.
Yeah.
That was an amazing song.
Thank you.
And like, that was the one that really stood out to me, because it was songs like that write themselves, right?
Yeah. 100%.
Like, you just kind of, you're like, you focus in, I need to tell this. You're like, well, what happened next? Like, fucking break it down. And like, that's the that's the beauty of songwriting is, and also it's okay to take time to not take a long time writing your songs, but if you need to take a break from just pen every day, I'm on a streak right now. I write like 4 hours a day. But if you need, I say it like this, dog. You put $20 in your gas tank, you're only going to get so far. You got to pull over and fill that bitch up. Then you go halfway to LA, pull over, fill that bitch back up. If you're just completely emptying your tank every time on music, your music's only going to be from A to B, A to B, A to B. Do you want to gas up and write a fucking epic? Then live 3 months of life. Live a year of life. And you'll have something to talk about. Sometimes life just happens, and then use that as your fuel. Don't be burning shit because it's just time to make music.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta feel it.
100%.
Yeah.
I agree with you, man. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Dang. Not to jump off of that topic, but I was interested in knowing when you started performing, right? So I'm assuming it was around the same time that you were doing rap battles.
Yeah.
Okay, so with your guys' come up, what were the venues that were available?
Woo! Space 120 birthed me. It was in downtown Palm Springs. It's the hookah lounge now.
Damn, I've never heard of that one.
No, Space 120 was the shit.
Hell yeah.
And then they're open for Lazy Bone there. I opened for members of Rhymesayers. I opened for Blueprint there. Yellow Wolf, when he got signed to Shady, came through there. They had some crazy artists in downtown Palm Springs, bro. You would never know. And then we performed at what is now Plan B. You know, It used to be Oasis Bar then. That's when, like, you can go book whatever you want. They were very receptive. But I was so spoiled, bro. Because my DJ, Lumps, the dude who I mentioned before, who was, like, with me from the very, very beginning, was the audio engineer for Date Shed.
Oh, okay. Solid.
So we did whatever we wanted around that place, bro. Shout out to Kristen. Love you, Mom. Thank you so much. She let us give the front of the line pass to everything dope, bro.
Sick.
Like, Too Short, Paul Wall, Bone Thugs when they came out here. But we were on the Rock the Bells with Bone Thugs in Orange County. And then their next stop was the Valley, and they just let us stay with them. Which was the shit. But
fuck yeah,
dude, Date Shed was by far the best venue in the desert, forever and ever. I don't know if there'll be another one. Everybody looked like a superstar on that stage, bro. Sounded
100%.
dope, looked dope.
Yeah, I went to a couple of the shows. I seen Bone Thugs, I seen Murs, I even seen Locksmith.
Oh, word?
Yeah, I seen Locksmith live.
I went to that Murs show too.
That shit was fire.
Yeah, if you saw Bone Thugs, you saw us open.
I'm pretty sure. I know I saw Thoughts Contained too.
Oh yeah.
Seen Thoughts Contained.
Shout out to those guys. Those guys are good ass graffiti artists.
I remember that show. I remember there's a lot of fights too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fights.
Because it was packed like sardines, dog.
Yeah, that shit was.
They went
small,
way
actually.
over capacity, I'm sure.
I'm assuming Date Shed's not around anymore, right? Like
it's office buildings.
Damn.
Golden Voice bought all of the polo fields. So where Coachella Fest is now, it's owned by Golden Voice. So before there was this one dude who owned everything, and once they bought it, they tore everything down, and it's really like cubicles now.
Fuck.
Insane.
That's crazy.
Tack room's still there, but it's not fit for those kind of venues.
I get you. What are your thoughts about the local scene now versus like what are some like similarities or differences that you see from like when you were coming up? Yeah.
One thing I do see is that the cream rises to the top, right? I'm gonna say this the right way. The same cats get booked over and over. But if that's what's popping right now, then that's cool. But just hold fast, and the bullshit is gonna fuck themselves off organically, bro. You don't have to tell these kids that they suck because everybody knows they suck. So like you're like, oh man, I'm on the bill with this dude again. This guy fucking sucks. You know, but like your job is to stand out, and they're only there 100%. For contrast, homie. You know what I mean? What it is, it's oversaturated with bullshit, as it always has been. You know, I'm like you're a class before you, right? Like you're like the next gen almost, like
pretty much, yeah.
Right?
Because there's not much that I would say are very serious. I think that's why we see the same names all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it's up to me and my people to lead by example and support and highlight those who are dope. Because I have weathered the storm. I have played the coffee shops and the hood 100 times. And, you know, like, we're like, this is tight, but all I'm doing is performing for other rappers and their girlfriends. Fuck this. Like, this is lame.
Damn.
That's
similar, yeah.
Yeah.
There's some similarities there.
No, I feel that. And then once you take off from that a bit more, you hold those places dear to you, but you're like, that's below me now. Like, you know, like, just hold fast, dog. And, like, people know who's dope. And,
Facts.
The oversaturation of bullshit is because it's like comedy. Like, oh, dude, they talk. I know how to talk. So I can do what they do. It's like, nah, bro. I can rap. Everybody raps. It's like, you can. And whether you can do it well or not is the difference.
Yeah, definitely.
You probably shouldn't if you fucking suck. But they gave it the old college try, dog. And that's cool. Good job. Go sit down. Let me do my thing. Because you're muddying my water now. You know? So that's what it's the same scene, dog. And the old heads are always going to hit on the younger heads. But if the younger ones are actually dope, the old heads will peek in.
Sick.
And they'll be like, yeah, I see you. No, he's got it. You know? So that's why I want to be more present locally, is to not sun people. Like, you know, my rapper ego is turned way down because I'm a dad now, and like I see them as young men, and I try to see how I identify with them in their particular stance. I want to help them instead of be like, fuck you, I'm so much doper than you guys. And like when you're in this scene, you have that chip on your shoulder. But walk in like 100%. You're that motherfucker if you are. But there's two ways to earn it. You can be dope and act like a dick, or you can just suck and then people know you suck. Like that. So I'll stop beating the dead horse on that. But be nice. Yeah. Be nice environmentally, and be nice on the mic, or don't do it.
I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree for sure.
Good.
There are some things like I see, and even I critique myself the most, but there are some things where I'm like, damn, bro, like for real? Like, I don't know, man.
Know, bro.
And then I gotta go to the bathroom. Not because I gotta go to the bathroom, just because I'm cringing.
Yeah.
But, yeah. No, I know what you mean. So, would you say, like, the Valley scene didn't really, like, change that much?
Well, there was a lot of dead air. I think the pandemic fucked a lot of stuff up for everybody.
I get you, yeah.
And, like, some people are cracking out of here, though. You know, like, what I say has evolved is one of those little Summer 16 things I was talking about back in the day. Dude, Ray Vaughn was one of the contestants. He went by Ray Ray back then. Now he signed to TDE. Fucking shout to him, bro.
Yep.
He's absolutely killing it. So can 100%. Somebody blow out of the Valley? For sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And they did. So
he made it, bro.
He fucking made it. Dude, shout to him. Shout out to him, bro. I wish he would say the desert a bit more. But I understand his family's from Long Beach. He lives there currently now. I just wish he would say home a little bit more, but I don't fault him at all. I know some of his cousins and shit He's a good dude. But the scene is definitely the same. Like, everybody wants to be the guy. Everybody wants to be the guy.
Yeah.
But that's probably the same for every town all over.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
You know?
Like, anytime I was a guest and I was performing, whether it be Arizona, LA, Vegas, wherever, it's like you could see it. It's in plain sight as long as you, like, you know, just pay attention a little bit.
Yeah.
They're so, like, similar. It's
Right.
like, okay, this fool's hating on this dude, but they're somehow friends. I don't know. It's like weird. It's like a weird vibe.
For
like
sure.
the come up artist, that ego spills.
Absolutely.
Heavy. Like, heavy, bro.
But it's supposed to be like a sibling rivalry, right? We're supposed to lead with love first.
Yeah, I would say, yeah. I feel like things did change after COVID, though, because I feel like maybe everybody kind of missed what we were doing.
Yeah.
But because I experienced a lot of, like, dissing and hate pre-COVID.
Uh-huh.
And then after, it's like everybody started hugging each other and shit. Like, it was better.
That's good.
Yeah, it was better. Not in, like, a corny way. Like, for real. Like, it was a lot better.
The absence makes the heart grow fonder, right? We're just happy to be here doing our thing.
It was sick.
That is
the transition was different. That's when, like, Desert Underground started and, like, you know, the 420 Bank shows. It was cool. I feel like it definitely grew a bit. And then, not to say it's going back, but I do see some things. And I feel like everybody kind of sees those.
Well, it's a little stagnant, right?
Yeah, like, we're kind of, like you said, we're doing the same spots, the same lineup, things like that.
Yeah.
I do think, like, eventually, like, we gotta do something, you know. Maybe I gotta get back out of town or something, but
yeah. Well, and then there's no medium ground right now, right? We have dive bars, which are tight. Shout out to Bart, and shout out to Hood.
Shout out Bar Lounge for sure.
For keeping us afloat. But it's like when you say that, people just go, all right. Oh, where? That's cool. But they're like, oh, you don't. But then the contrast is insane because we have, right, the dive bars, or you have Acusure.
Yeah.
Or you have Coachella.
Yep.
But we live in the Coachella Valley, you don't play at Coachella? Of course. Like, that's a worldwide festival. Is that everybody's goal? Hell yeah.
100%.
But it kind of separates the haves and have-nots a little too hard. But there's no middle ground. That's why the date shed was tight. Because it wasn't that expensive. And they would book big names and let local artists open for them. So we're getting our feet wet.
Yeah.
And then it fucking looks really nice on your resume. That's why I can say all these names that I've said. It's because we got our feet wet. Handshakes, not handouts. And then you make your own network. Just put me in the room with these motherfuckers and let me do my thing.
Yeah.
You know, dude, I'm white as fuck. I stick out like a sore thumb. You know how many times I've been in the green room? And people are like, are you lost, homie? I'm like, no, I'm about to perform.
Fuck.
They're like, really? I'm like, you'll see. And then I come back into that green room, be like, hey, you did your thing, bro. I'm like, yeah, no shit. And that's why I'm sitting in here, bro. And but like maybe exploring like pay to plays. Have you gone that route yet?
Yeah, like I've had like difficulties going out of town, especially now in Arizona, because it's like a out of town artist fee that they're trying to do. It's like I would only do it if I see it worth it.
Yeah.
$150 for 15 minutes honestly ain't shit. Unless there's something for me. Like if there's a big artist or there's like somebody that, you know, the opportunity. I'm not just gonna open up for your local guy.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Nah, like it has to be a real opportunity.
And I'm paying gas money to drive to Arizona. I'm already paying the out of town fee.
Yeah, you see, like I be telling them, like, bro, the hotel, I gotta eat here, you know, gas, like for sure. That's already what you want me to pay you for 15 minutes.
Nah, that's not
trash, bro.
So here's some free game, bro. Like, and not just for you, but people consuming here. The way to do it, and it's achievable, You get with a booking agency, find somebody's first name. I went through this thing, and the dude's name was Kyle. I was like, Kyle, it's Kyle. What's up, dog? And he'd be like, oh, I remember you, you know? And there would be like, okay, I have Corrupt in Long Beach. $250. You get 10 tickets after you sell 20 tickets. So if you slang those 20, they'll give you 10 to recoup your own money. And then they'll be less than the door, right? Pre-sales are less than the door. So you buy those first 20 tickets. Fuck it. Buy them. Boom.
I know what you're talking about.
Give them to your homies. Give half of them to your homies. That money's already gone in your mind. Day of, you go where the show is. You go to Long Beach. You go to Anaheim. You go to Hollywood. Stand right in front of the venue. Hey, what's up? You guys like hip-hop music? Stand in the back of your whip, dog, just rapping. Like, oh, you're pretty tight. Hey, I'm performing here tonight. If that doesn't work, walk down the line of motherfuckers waiting to get into the venue. Hey, they're 30 up there, homie. I got them 20 right here. What? All day? Let me get 4. So you recoup that shit. You bring it back to the promoter. You get your 10 tickets. You go slang those 10 more tickets. They're a useless piece of paper at the end of the show. Might as well. You got 4 left and there's 4 people standing in line. Hey, I'ma bless you. Bow. Fuck this box office. But remember that I gave these to you. I just laced up you and your homegirls. I need you front row when I perform. I'm the guy, right? So come rock with me up here. Now the promoter's like, man, this fool's got a couple people in the front row of his shit, but you brought 2 carloads from out of town. You made some friends while you're up there. You got your money back. Now the next time, Kyle is Kyle. Hey, this fool did well last time. I was like, word up. All right, you know what? 10 for 20 reverse now, dog. You slang 10, I'll give you 20. We just want butts in the seats. All right. And then you get that relationship and start your hustle.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a better route, honestly. I've just been dealing with promoters. Like, kind of like out here. They'll just DM me. And they'll be like, oh, this is what it is. 10 tickets, yada yada. Come through. Or you got to help at the door.
Yeah.
You know, like help with bracelets or some shit. Then you got to open. You know what I mean? Like, and that's not bad. But I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I just haven't really came across like something like that.
We'll talk off camera, bro. I have some people to plug you with. It's achievable.
Hell yeah.
It's achievable. I just don't want to give away the websites and shit.
It's all good. But damn, bro. Okay, so kind of going off, I guess, the Valley scene, like just to kind of get a little bit into knowing yourself, like when you started making music, did you do you make beats? Do you produce?
No.
Not at all? Okay.
No. I'm so spoiled, dog.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking spoiled. I write and I rap, bro. That's all.
Nice.
I don't mix. I don't master. I make fucking hip-hop rap music, bro. And most of my beats are gifted to me unless I have them on a lease and I do justice. And then if you kill it hard enough, the producer will usually give it to you. But beats are gifted to me. I'm so thankful for the people who bless me along the way. And then I say this far along in the game, it would be a disservice for me to try to mix my own music. Fuck, I'm gonna look like with 20 years of rap skill and 1 year of mixing skill when somebody else has been doing equal time just in the production side.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
I have to reach out to people as a collaborative effort because it's too late now. You know what I mean? So I'd rather pay a little bit more money and have my shit sound fantastic, but you are at the mercy of another human's time.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta wait, and then if you want some adjustments to be done to the mix, they'll be like, I already gave you one, so you're gonna have to wait another 3 weeks before I get back around to it, because I'm on to the next, because I already gave you one.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
It totally
that
sucks.
shit is. It's
But
tough.
also, I have friends that I've seen, and now that they're out of town or chose to go their own route, making their own music, there's nobody to vet. There's nobody to proofread. There's no peer review. Be like, this is tight. I was like, well, maybe, but you're the only person who's listened to it so far. You gotta have your homie to stop you, boom, in the middle of your shit when you think you're doing well. It's like, run it again. If you're doing it by yourself, you might be critical, but there's also no outside influence, and your music's not as great as you think it is. So I need to have my Dre. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need to have somebody whom I trust next to me. I recorded at a rock studio, like, not that long ago. And the guy's like, come in, like, we'll worry about the price later. And you do your shit, and I'm going to put my flair on it. And it just did not work.
Damn.
Like, he could just push a button and let me do my thing and do it in post later. But if I don't have emotion or communication, this is not going to be a good song. Like, I need somebody to be like, pause that word and this and that, and I'll be like, throw the headphones off all, you know, when you feel it, and you feel you hit the fucking good part of the bat, when you crush your verse, you throw the headphones off, like, and be like, yo, what'd you think? And they'll be like, oh, it's your song. I don't know. You don't know?
Yeah.
Then what the fuck am I doing here?
I know what you're talking about.
You know? So, like, that's something that you gotta have the right producer. You gotta have the right producer who's vibrant and who has your best interest in mind, and it's not just monetarily. It's not just a transaction. Because we can go make music with this cat in this next room right here, but if I don't feel love coming off that guy, if I don't feel a vibe coming off of this, I'm not gonna enjoy this. And
Yeah,
every
I
time
know
I
what you
hear the
mean.
song, I'm gonna hear my hesitation.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. I think like how you said, I think like keeping a good team around you who will keep you like accountable and like, you know, not everything's fire.
Right.
100%. Like, I've actually had some problems with that too. Like collabing and like song never comes out because it's just not good, bro.
Yeah.
And then, you know, egos come in and they're like, what do you mean it's not good? It's like, oh man. And then everything just kind of falls apart after that. But especially like if you have a bad engineer, like someone like that, like, oh, it's your song, like you're paying me. Like bro, what the fuck, you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
like come on bro, like don't you work here?
Give me something.
You fucking love this shit, right? Like,
Yeah.
okay, well why
No.
don't you put your 2 cents in that shit? Like, come on.
Exactly.
I've had like tons of bad experiences with engineers, bro, and they act like that, which is crazy. It's like, this is
They
your
do.
job, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you listen to music all day.
I'm literally giving you my hard-earned money out of my pocket for you to do your job.
Yeah, and then they're just like, oh, I don't know. Like,
You don't?
that shit's crazy.
What in the
man.
world?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Also, with collabing, what's weird is when you invite a musician, like an instrument musician, into your session because they rip, right? They're like a fly-ass funky bassist, or this person shreds on guitar, and then they come into your element, and then their mind is just like, I'm gonna make a hip-hop song. Like, no, I make hip-hop songs. I want you to do your best at being you over there. And they're just like all fucking up and like not quite hitting it. They're like, well, I haven't made rap music before. I was like, no, I make rap music, dog. I want you to shred your face off the same way you shredded when I thought you were dope. And like, they have the misconception of like they're being pigeonholed or marginalized into what we're asking them to do, and that's a weird way to collab too.
Yeah, it is.
And that's why DJs use samples
100%.
for sure. But with being vibrant in writing, I'm writing under 2 different monikers right now. There's like Enlightening is the name of my old album. But I have like my son is in the studio with me a lot now. He's 10, and he's on my new song called "We Got Us." It's a beautiful song, bro. But I'm gonna write family friendly, even like kid forward songs, and put that under Enlightening, and then keep Nolan LowLife, Grammy, and Gangster over here. Because I have songs about like triple X rated things and fucking snorting Oxycontin and shit. Like, don't want that to be played in the minivan on the way to Disneyland when I'm like, oh, check out my dad's music, and they'll be like, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So I'll be like, yo, these three are popping, and I'm sober now, and like that's new for me. Like a couple, I don't know, I've lost count, but like 2 or 3 years. And I don't smoke or drink at the moment. And I say at the moment because I want to smoke weed, but my mind races a million miles an hour when I do. But to do that, to have a clear head and to be doing well in life, and it's okay to make happy music, because if you're using your platform to just be intrusive and nasty all the time, like there's a space for that. But most people are receptive when you're being happy, because people are searching for happiness. And to sound vulnerable was something I had a huge problem with. You know, that's why like guns and drugs and cars and shit, like bitches, like all day. I can make 100 of those songs, but it's not fulfilling. And it's not good for the soul to just say that shit. Everybody makes those kind of songs. But can you make a happy song about being a dad, or being a good spouse, or a good partner, or, you know, like even like some of my homies are on the Christian rap wave right now, and they're just speaking their truth and making dope songs about being happy. And so, like, if I'm not feeling writing and enlightening, then I'll make a stupid gangster rap song. And I understand I make stupid gangster rap sometimes. But if I'm not feeling super thuggin', and my son's doing his homework 10 feet away from me, and I have headphones on, I feel inclined to make some dad rap. So I'm going to make some dad rap about leading by example and making good choices, and maybe even about sobriety or romance or something like that. So like, if you're not feeling one bucket, right out of the other bucket.
Damn.
That's how I feel.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was just about to ask you, what's music like for you today? And, you know, I feel like you already answered it.
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
it, man. Yeah.
Yeah, because we heard the song, We Got Us.
Oh, word?
Yeah, we were playing it yesterday and today.
Thank you.
Here. I like it, man. It is happy music, like you said.
Yeah.
And like I do feel like there is kind of like a lack of, for sure.
Yeah.
Like not much people make like just normal happy-ish songs, you know? Like
Right.
I know a couple artists, of course. Like I have homies who they're Christian rappers from the jump.
Yeah.
Like they didn't rap about nothing else. That's what they rap about.
And shout out to them for that. There's a line between that and cheesy, though. Not the Christian rap, but even my like super happy rap. Like you're almost there. You're almost there. Like, this is fucking cheesy, bro. Like, this is, you know. But to hear like, and this is something like, if somebody hears you smiling through your music, you can tell you got a big ass smile on your face, and in there getting it, and it rejuvenates them. And to have my son in the studio with me, and he wasn't originally going to be on that song, and it was like an aha moment when I'm practicing in the car. He's like, yo, dad, do that song, because that second verse is completely about him. And then he's in the back seat singing along with me because he heard me practicing in the past couple days, and he's in the back, boo 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 boo. I was like, oh my gosh, he's gonna be on the song. And I was like, of course, dude. And then you know, like that is so dope, you know, because it's always been my thing. You know, dads want their kids to play fucking football and be the quarterback jock because they want to live vicariously through their children about something that they didn't get to do well. Or they're fucking stage moms that are just like vicious to their daughters to be the pageant princess or some shit. But just to invite him into my world and include him in something that is my passion, but it's my hobby now, right? I have 2 fucking jobs, and I'm a dad, and I make rap music. But some fools go to fucking softball on Wednesdays. I make hip hop music, and to like bring him along and drag him along and just show him the ropes of like being expressive is dope. But he goes to painting, like he goes to art class every Saturday, and right now he's at violin.
Sick.
Yeah, and he's 10, bro. Shout out, hold on. I love you, buddy. I fucking love you, dog.
Damn, hell yeah, dude. Playing an instrument and painting.
It's hard. Violin is so
Fuck
hard.
yeah. Like I tried to learn guitar and that shit was tough. I'm better at the keyboard for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same notes.
Where are you at as far as like instruments?
Just drums.
Sick.
Just drums. I'm not that great.
Was that you when I was in the bathroom?
No, that was Homeboy.
Oh,
Showing us.
Oh, it was him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I took percussion in high school. Then I was in a band. Like, there's always been music around the rap group, and just being able to keep time and stuff. I had a trombone growing up, but not very good at anything. You know, music, it was expensive.
Yeah, no, it still is. Shit.
For sure.
Definitely still is. So, before we close, what other elements have you, like, I guess, like, put yourself into as far as, like, hip-hop? Like, were you always just a rapper? Did you know, I know you see it in breakdance, but
right.
There's plenty more. It's like DJing, stuff like that.
Well, I was a country line dance DJ because I happened to be at this place working. They're like, yo, don't you make music? I was like, yeah. They're like, why don't you come in on Thursday? I'm like, dope. Show up, white tee, chain on, hat broke off like T.I. and shit. I was like, yo, I'm here to DJ. They're like, that's not what we had in mind. So fast forward, I was like country line dancing DJ, and then we would do like weddings and stuff, like DJing weddings and stuff. I can't scratch all crazy. But then, like, just to be present in the scene, like, I like connecting dots and I like throwing shows with people even if I'm not going to be on it. I like facilitating collabs and that type of stuff, but to be honest, no, dude, I just, like, graffiti has always been super present. I've been like itching to go out bombing, but I don't want to go to prison. And then, like, really want to. But yeah, just I love it all. Like I say, like, hip hop's my religion. And I used to, like, people would like talk about like their basketball teams or like this player and that player. I used to love knowing like the 3rd or 4th down the line roster of No Limit or Death Row. It's like, oh, you guys know about this guy? Well, he's from this place. And like all the rappers growing up were my sports stars.
Hell yeah.
Because I like knowing their stats and where they're from, and like, oh, this person specializes in this, and he has actually collabed with this person way back in the day. You know, like, yeah. So like I treat rappers like trading cards, bro.
Hell yeah. I feel like that's like a lost thing too. Like when I be talking like that, some of the homies are like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I get fired up. I get fired up.
Like just jumping into like
People
the
like,
history is sick, bro.
No idea what you're talking about. I'm like, word, damn, I wish you did. But when you do find that person who vibes with you,
oh yeah, you have a great conversation.
You start sparking.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so in the, let's say the present rap scene.
Yeah.
Who would you say is like your, if you have a favorite out here as far as like hip hop goes?
Out here?
Yeah, like do you listen to any local artists?
Lieutenant's my brother, bro. Lieutenant's he's crazy with it.
Hell yeah! Shout out Lieutenant.
Dude, he's amazing, and like his presence is so felt when he walks into somewhere that he has superstar status, and like he has TikToks that have like 5 million, 10 million.
100%, bro. I've seen a lot of his TikToks.
Yeah, and like people will be like, "Hey, is this your boy?" And he doesn't. They're not following him. He's really on the algorithm like that.
Hell yeah.
They're really popping like that. Of the new gen, Mills does his thing. He does his thing. Jesus Chain's pretty tight. But I'd say the standout in this show, you shut that bitch down, bro. And like you're supposed
Appreciate it, man.
you were supposed to headline that show. I don't know, fuck what the flyer said, but you shut that bitch down.
Appreciate it, man.
I want to give encouragement to Adam X. Like
Dial Vicious.
Yeah, what's his name?
He goes by Dial Vicious.
Dio Vicious, bro.
Yeah.
I've known him for a long time, and for his first show to be at the Desert Underground like a year ago, and how well he did last week when he put his lokes on, he put his chain on,
Yup.
and he was like really feeling himself, and he's starting to come into himself. He's a little robotic still, but that's nerves. And like it takes a long time to be so comfortable, you know. But I think his music sounds tight, and I want everybody to thrive. There's people I don't like, but as I said before, you don't have to highlight that. Everybody knows that they're not going to go so far. Only the good are rewarded. Yeah, and shout out to my dog Will the Beast, out here doing it. Provoked doing it. They're behind the scenes for me heavy right now. Shout out Expression's fucking track list is outstanding. His feature list looks like a tip top collabo, like insane with it. Shout out to Toxic, that's my brother too. Shout out to Adrian Crush, that's my dog. He mixed We Got Us. He's blowing up on the Latin Grammy whole circuit. Him and Einstein. Thank you, Einstein. I love you, dog. But yeah, that's there. Some fools are really out here doing it like that. Hell yeah, dude. Frank Villa, Homeboy 760. Those are fucking some murderers. I'm leaving some out, but those they know what it is. Those are my homeboys, and rest in peace to Shy Light. He's the nastiest to ever do it. Rest in peace, my brother. You fucking see it for life.
Damn. Yeah, rest in peace. I remember seeing him perform. I think he actually performed with Lieutenant.
Yeah, that was us together then.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember. I was like, damn. And you know, before we close, actually, too, I do remember the music video for
SOB.
It was Lieutenant's song. What was it called? It was at a hotel.
Oh, I facilitated that whole thing, bro.
I seen you, bro. I seen you.
Were you in the video?
I was in the video, bro.
Oh yeah, I was up on the Last Supper dais.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's because I worked at Marriott at the time.
Sick.
So I got that ballroom for free, and I definitely could have lost my job for all that. 100%. But yeah, that's the Ghetto Gospel video.
Yeah, Ghetto Gospel. Yeah.
Ghetto Gospel video. Dude, shout out to everybody on there. Dude,
I feel
Crooks,
like all kinds of people pulled up, bro.
Crooks makes everybody sound like $1 million, bro.
100%.
And right now he's in with Bermuda. Bermuda's popping right now. Definitely shout out to Bermuda. Those guys are doing their thing. And Crooks is amazing. Crooks is fucking amazing. If you want your music to sound the best ever, he's your guy. He's your guy.
Fuck yeah, dude. Shout out Crooks. Now, yeah, I remember that music video, bro. Like, it was so sick just to see. Because actually, that was the first time I've ever been in a music video.
Word.
And it was the first time that I seen, like, artists that been doing it before, obviously myself.
Uh-huh.
And I was there with two of my homies. And I remember they were all nervous. I was like, dude, why are you nervous? Like, bro, we seen him at Buffalo Wild Wings, bro. And I'm like, I know. Like, I remember seeing everybody. I thought it was so sick, bro.
Yeah.
And then the Expression, we were like freestyling before, and then like Little Caesars showed up, like all random,
like gang of them.
Yeah, like pizza and shit. Like,
yeah,
that shit was sick. Just to see how like he how it actually looks behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You know, like that was for me. I was like, dang, this is how it really goes.
No, I built that. I had that whole set built. I got that whole room booked out and everything.
That's sick.
I made the fake bird of blow with some flour and duct tape and stuff.
I remember, bro. It's like, dang, this shit wild.
Throwing money everywhere. That was fun.
Fuck
That was
yeah,
really
dude.
fun.
Well, shit. Before we close out, is there anything else that you wanted to touch on?
No, just listen to my music. I have a lot going on at the moment. Nolan LowLife still all major platforms, and Lightning is the new wave. I'll rebrand that later, but right now it's going to be all under the Nolan LowLife umbrella. Thank you everybody for riding with me so long, and I have a lot. This is my best try ever at music. I've made music a lot. I have over like 150 songs, maybe something more. But this is, I'm in my best place in life, so therefore my music is gonna reflect that. And just stay tuned. I have like videos and photo shoots and like a bunch of cool shit coming. So thank you so much. 760 all day, bro. Coachella Valley till I die. We out here.
Hell yeah. Appreciate you, man, for coming in.
Thank you.
You're listening to the Green Skull Podcast.
A podcast for Fife fans, music artists, and creatives alike.